just to, do a talk. I know you did some radio, but I'm talking like a talk show, like, funny show for money. And now you watch some of these shows, because that's the other thing. All these FM shows are now on YouTube. They have to be. It is, I feel sad. It's easy to make fun of them, but I feel sad for them.
It's really funny, though.
Because
I don't. No, because I have like bones to pick with the radio industry. So I'm like, fuck you. Eat shit.
You'll watch a like 4 or 5 hour episode of Monsters, which is a local morning zoo here, and not a lie, about 2 hours of it is either a live read or a commercial. And I mean, it's like, when they try to sneak the live reads into the normal talk, like, hey, what's your favorite dish at Hooters? It's like, look, guys, we have to like make it a bit, for people to go there. We can't just tell them to go to Hooters.
Yeah, no, of course not. We got to be subversive about it.
Yeah.
We got to make it part of the. That's how we sell our ad packages. We make it part of the experience. We make it part of the show. Yeah, it really. And then it's always like the sports guy, like, "Hey, what happened to you this weekend, Biff?" And it's like, "Oh man, dude, I was at that live remote down there at the Hooters on Saturday for the NASCAR, and I got so drunk, man. It was crazy."
It's so funny you said that. I know you didn't hear this, but
I give a shout out to the manager there, because the manager was probably like, "Yo, look, I know we're supposed to give you half off your bar tab because you're with the station, but I'll give you your whole bar tab. But if you guys shout me out on your show Monday." So I was hanging out there at the Hooters with Dean, the manager. Shout out to Dean and the girls at the Hooters there on State Road 40.
It's funny you say that, Mike, because I was listening to Monsters in the Morning, to mock them as I do, and I think it was a couple weeks ago. The sports guy, Angel. Now you got a couple little details wrong.
Wait, can I while you're describing this?
Yeah.
Can I be morning radio guy who's not listening to you, but
okay, perfect. So I'll be the sports guy. So I'll do the sports guy.
Well, no, you can just tell me the story of how it was, what was going on, and I'm just going to pretend to be a host.
All right. So anyway, Angel.
Yeah, Angel.
He's a sports guy at Monsters in the Morning.
Oh, sports guy. Yeah.
And he went over
his cell phone. I should have a cell phone out playing Angry Birds.
He went to.
So he went to the place there.
I kind of feel like you're just repeating what I'm saying. I know it is.
Every morning show now. He's just some guy that's like, I used to make way more money at this. This is bullshit. What?
So he was It was funny because you almost nailed it on the head. So a couple weeks ago, this Angel guy was like, I was doing a live remote at. It wasn't Hooters. It was Twin Peaks, which is
Diet Hooters. It's the Burger King of Hooters.
It's the Burger King. Exactly.
We're like, we'll open up one across the street.
And he was
got
like,
city girls too.
I was watching the game there, and he was watching the game there, and he wanted to give a shout out to how delicious the ranch chicken sandwich was. Like, he's plugging a product. And of course, that's what they do. They go there and they give them either free booze or half price on booze, and they hope that when you go back, you talk about how awesome they were. The problem is, I watch Monsters in the Morning. Russ has been in radio for like 500 years, at least 20 years. In reality, about 20, 25 years, right? So this guy, Monsters in the Morning, the only original person is Russ. He's one of those where everybody around him's just been changed. But he was, he's not used to being on camera, because when he does these live, like these supposed to sound like a real story live reads, he's holding something with notes on it. So Angel, I heard you went down to
it's true.
Twin Peaks.
Oh God,
how was it?
And it's because he's on YouTube,
but he's on camera, so you're looking at him going, all right, man. They must fucking hate it. But what happened is these stations tell them. I'm sure Russ or any of these dudes, there's a whole bunch of morning dudes that hate this, right? Bob and Tom, all these guys. The station managers tell them, you got to be on YouTube. Like, you have to be. We're putting cameras in here. It's going to cost like $10 now to set you up.
Fuck, what was the redneck morning show? That was a redneck.
Not Bob and Tom, right? Bob of the Love Sponge is a redneck show.
There was one that we had on our classic rock station. It was just, it's going to bother me now. They were our guys in the morning, and it was so annoying.
We had Paul and Young Ron in South Florida. That's our morning show that was there for 500 years.
I got to look.
We had in Central Florida, actually, we had Ron and Ron. That's before Ron left Ron, and it was Ron and Fez. John Boy and Billy, JJ Stoner says.
John Boy and Billy.
Thank you. Hey, subscribe to JJ Stoner, by
John
the way.
Boy and Billy. That's a real show.
Okay, so I've never heard this show, so what was this? No, I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I love old radio. It's one of my favorite things.
John Boy and Billy were on one of my original station I worked at, WSFL, which is in New Bern, North Carolina.
No, Mike. They still are.
Still around.
I'm looking it up as we speak.
John Boy and Billy, God bless them. They're probably still collecting nice fat checks.
WRFX, North Carolina.
They're still mega fucking syndicated because anywhere where there's rednecks in the morning, they are still. People go, man, I love that John Boy and Billy. They're just, but they have all kinds of wacky characters and stuff.
I'm looking at their picture. Hold on.
John Boy and Billy. Yeah, thank you, JJ. That was fucking amazing.
This is John Boy. This is John Boy and Billy. This is what they look like. Waking Up, South Carolina. John Boy and Billy. Let me check. I was going to check out there.
These guys, if you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, there are certain areas where there is. I mean, they are on a lot of states. Dude, I used to.
Yeah, it seems like they're still syndicated everywhere.
I used to marvel at these two. When I tell you the amount of money they make, low key, they never draw too much attention to themselves, but they're all over the South. It's the most milquetoast, generic, rednecky. It's the same practice, but applied with like redneck accents. But it's just Monsters in the Morning for rednecks. We do all little sketches and stuff. It's really.
Hey. Guess whose station told them they needed cameras?
Headed toward
oh, no.
Guess
must-have
whose station told them that intern needs to film them?
Of the year. Our sponsor of the big show, Cord Buddy. And we got the man, owner and inventor
John
of
Boy
Cord
and
Buddy.
Billy, man.
Back on the big show, Travis
I got to give it to him. I'm not going to shit on John Boy and Billy. I'll shit on them because they're, dumb old boomer rednecks. And they're corny. They're not like my cup of tea. But they are fucking pros, dude. Like, talk about hitting the post and talking like this and nailing everything. Like, I got to give it to them, but it's just like this redneck NASCAR, Busch Light drinking fuck fest. It's amazing. I love it. Dude, I miss John.
He looks like Terry Funk.
I used to be on WSFL, and I used to be so embarrassed that I had to be on this station. And then, like, right down the hallway.
What time did you come on in relation to them?
I was on weekends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, got it.
Unless I cover.
So you were the John Boy and Billy after the best ofs.
I would cover, and I did middays on, like, holidays and stuff. Mm-hmm. But my buddies down the hallway, you had, like, Blando and, like, fucking, Sully and Ran and Sky and all these people at 99X, and they had the cool shirts and they had the cool tickets. And, I mean, yeah, because I worked in the building, I could still, and I was friends with them, I still got tickets and shirts and stuff, but I didn't officially work at 99X for a while. And then I finally tried to get over there, and then I quit, and I went to Rock 105. But, man.
Somebody says it looks like Terry Funk and Tony Schiavone.
I know, you're right.
It does.
Here with us. Good morning, Travis.
Man, I am here, and I'm kicking like
Now, does everybody got to put the accent? Does he really talk like that? Does everybody that come on have to sound like him?
Look, I will say this. People do really talk like that in North Carolina.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like after doing radio for so long, you wouldn't talk like this.
It's put on a bit.
It feels exaggerated, right?
Put on a bit, yes. Because I noticed that, like, my old boss, Steve, he used to do the same. Like, he had, like, that North Carolina accent. That's just how I spoke. But, like, he definitely got a little more animated and over the top when customers would come in from the area because he was just trying to relate to them, get them into a mattress today. Like, he was just very, like, it was just, he would amp it up. So, yeah. But look, to their credit, man, these guys are fucking printing. They've been printing money in the Carolinas. Yeah, from what I'm
seeing,
man.
They're syndicated to quite a few stations. Basically, the Carolinas and parts of Georgia they own is what I'm seeing.
Any station that plays stuff like Radar Love and like Marshall Tucker Band, you know what I mean? Like that's That's that. You know, like
Hey,
they
hey.
have them in the morning.
My pop just died. Can you let the bird fly?
Yeah,
and then they
it's-
play Freebird for him.
Oh God, you hear "Can't You See" by Marshall Tucker Band
Can't you see?
like 17 times an hour.
What that woman?
Fucking WSFL, man. And then I had like a Butch Dyke fucking assistant program director who like rode motorcycles and was like real lesbo type, you know. And she didn't care for me.
You know, I will say I already like these guys better than what we had here in Central Florida.
I think I called her Jane Lynch with a motorcycle once. She didn't like that too much. I was pretty much out the door at that point. I was gonna quit. Like I lined up a job with Rock 105, and then I had to get myself fired to get out of my car because even nobodies in radio have a no compete. So it's like you have to get out of that, and the only legal way to do that in a right to work state is to get fired. So you have to get if you quit. Your no compete holds up. If you get fired, this was like an old trick they taught me. My buddy Brady taught me. So I started just breaking every rule to legitimately get out of working there so I could go to a cool station. And I called her Jane Lynch on a motorcycle. And then this guy that was really mean to me, the other assistant program director, is Big Dog. His name was Big Dog.
Apparently somebody says she's still there.
Is she?
Well, that's what somebody said in the chat that might know.
Is Wendy Gatlin still at fucking WSFL?
Apparently.
Holy shit, man. Yeah, I didn't work out there.
You had that. We had this Monsters in the Morning, and they are all the okay. Let me just first off, let me be clear here. Shut the fuck up with the sound. If you tag me one more time, I'll fucking kick you. All right. One person's complaining that I'm too loud and you're too loud. Just pull up your mic a little bit, I guess, Mike. But the levels are the same.
OBS has a built-in compressor.
Yeah, I know. It's being used.
Oh, so shut up.
It's being used.
Stop
Mike.
being gay.
Anyway, these are the Monsters in the Morning.
My thing. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I get it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he shouldn't be singing that.
No.
I mean, he shouldn't
Whoa,
be-
what's
I
wrong
mean,
with their audio quality? Speaking of audio
Hell no.
quality,
You shouldn't be playing it.
Yeah, I've definitely got to start like vetting
You just
this
didn't
kind
know.
of stuff, and I was just like, wow.
No, because not
This
for
is
nothing.
unlistenable.
this is
This is four guys at a bar that I don't know, right?
Right.
Like, this feels like I'm meeting four of your friends.
right, and you don't know
And
that.
I just sat down and I'm
Right.
like, y'all have a Yingling. And I'm sitting and they're all going, no. First of all, that was 2 years ago. I was the fantasy league champion. You're wrong. You're wrong. And I'm just sitting there going, I'll have a beer, please. Is anybody gonna introduce themselves? Or is this just how you people are?
Someone goes, "Are they inside a coffee can?" That says what it sounds like.
Hey, fellas.
I wonder
And
why
lady.
they didn't show
Oh, this is Carlos Navarro, by the way. He does his own show with his wife. For those who don't know, we've played it before. The Megalo show. They're getting ballsy again. They've been going live again. They stopped
He's also
pre-recording.
morphing into an old Jewish man. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But Carlos is starting to look like an old Jewish man.
The lady,
So the famous thing of this is funny because these people have been in this town forever. The famous thing about this show is Russ, the guy in the top left here on the box. His ex-wife, her real name is Samantha Boomer. She divorced him and accused him of domestic violence, and he pays $8,000 a month in alimony. And he got to keep his boat, but he lost the house. And he's, again, the guy on the right here is Carlos Navarro, used to go by the name Black Bean. He got in trouble for punching Drew Garabo in the face. Punched Drew Garabo right in the face.
Which, look, I get it, man. Everyone wants to punch Drew Garabo in the face, but you can't just go around doing it.
Especially if you're
There are laws.
Especially if it's on the same station as you're on, too. Like, it's not even like competing stations. The guy was the biggest show on your station. These guys, that's Angel, by the way, the sports guy. The guy that probably makes $30,000 a year.
Nice spray tan.
the fiddle
Oh, yeah.
of the lady.
Yeah.
Because she's 85?
Angel
No,
looks
'cause-
like 2008, the person.
Yeah, Angel looks like a security guard at a skate park.
Yeah, Angel definitely owns a Suns Out, Guns Out tank top.
No, you know what Angel looks like? Angel looks like one of those security guards at a school that if you bring them back McDonald's, will let you leave and go get lunch.
By the year 2000,
My school had that. Tell me your school. There was always one security guard that was like, because we didn't have off-campus lunch.
No, see, we had that for a while, but we ended up getting off-duty cops because we had an unruly.
Oh well, you were
school.
probably terrible.
Yeah, it was a bad school.
Ours was just.
In my middle school, yeah, but then
Right.
like my middle, whatever, junior high school, yeah. But when I went to fucking high school, that was like fucking Dangerous Minds up in that bitch. So there was no bargaining with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, mine was more like because I just watched The Substitute. Mine was more like The Substitute, where apparently all the Cuban kids in Miami High, because that's where the movie took place, were Chicanos. And I'm serious. Like, I was watching this, and I'm like, there was, first off, why are all these Cuban guys dressed like Mexicans? Like, there's a very different, it's a very different style. And they were playing a lot of La Raza songs. I'm like, okay, first off, that's not what you heard at that fucking high school in Miami.
We had a legendary security guard at my school. It was a black guy with an afro, and he would I guess he was like a track superstar or something that hurt himself in college. Or something.
There was always one of
became
those.
like a cop, but then like this dude, and he was very nice. He was very nice to everyone. He was like, he had like a weird old school black guy style to him. You know what I mean? Like pressed, permed hair, but he was cool as fuck. This dude ran like motherfucking Forrest Gump. This dude was so fast that nobody, like, the whole key of breaking out of school back then was to not let this man see you. If he
Right.
saw you, even if it was from across an entire football field, he would always he did that T-1000 run, and it was just,
You were
he
done.
would grab you every time, yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot of movies in the 90s that were about teachers, trying to.
Fix the bad kids.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. It was Lean on Me. There was A Substitute. There was the fucking Gangsters.
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah, Dangerous Minds. And I'm missing probably a couple more. The 90s was
Stand and Deliver.
Oh my God, Stand and Deliver. There was a lot. It was a time frame that I think still falls under the Limp Bizkit effect. Another reason we think we deserve 9/11. You heard that, Keem? You're gonna get us kicked off.
I got the news. Drama alert. Did you hear somebody said the N-word once? Yes, Keem. That was